Hello, this is Rav James, Jacobson Maisels with Orlev. Hannukah, the time we're in right now, is a time of freedom, a time of courage, a time of inner strength, and the intention is almost that we grow that courage and inner strength each day as we light another candle. And so I want to offer you a meditation for really finding our power, finding our clarity, and in that, finding our freedom. And when I talk about power here and courage, I want to be clear that we're not talking about a power of domination. We're talking about a power which is soft and clear and stable. It says in Pirkei Rabbi Eliezer and also in the Talmud that one should be like a reed, grounded and flexible, not like a cedar, seemingly strong but actually brittle. And that's why we take a reed to write the Torah scroll with, and not from a cedar. The softness of the reed means that the winds can come and blow, but it stays rooted, and it returns and stays true to itself. While the cedar, the text tells us, looks massive and strong, but when a strong enough wind comes, it's uprooted from the ground, thrown over on its face, and eventually chopped up and made into kindling, made into firewood. And so this teaching is giving us a model of a kind of soft power, of a kind of deep rooting, that what it means to be empowered can be really sensing into and grounding ourselves in our roots, and therefore having the softness and flexibility to meet whatever comes, true to ourselves, and in a way that is sustainable, that is resilient, that allows us to go on and take on the challenges of a new day. And so we're going to take just a few minutes now to do a practice which can help cultivate those qualities. And I invite you to join me in it. So first, just bring your attention to the body. And see what it might be like to ask the body to sit in such a way that it embodies this sense of soft strength, of grounded power, of being empowered. There's no right answer here. There's just a gentle question to the body and allowing it to adjust and meet you and shift and transform in macro ways and micro ways, any part of the body, the whole system of the body. It's trying to embody and bring clearly that sense of soft strength. Now bring to mind a time when you felt empowered, when you felt strong. Not in a brittle way, but in the deep, kind of rooted way we've been discussing. Try to bring up the memory and make it as concrete and clear as possible, and see if you can remember the texture of that feeling. What did it feel like to be empowered? What did it feel like to be clear and strong? What did it feel like to be fierce? And as you remember that, allow those experiences and textures to permeate your system, to permeate the body, to permeate the heart, to permeate the mind. Give yourself some time to just marinate in that feeling of being empowered, in that soft strength, in that stability, in that clarity. Let the sense of confidence and clarity and rootedness permeate you and sustain you. You start to lose it, you go back to that memory again and reinvigorate the memory. Spend a little while there now, just noticing that experience and allowing it to permeate the body, to support the system, allowing ourselves to marinate in knowing that we are empowered. And if you can't bring up a memory, if that feels inaccessible to you, you might just imagine what it might feel like to feel genuinely empowered, to to feel that soft strength, to feel stability and confidence and clarity, to feel grounded and present, ready to show up for however the world is calling you into being and into action. You can use that imagination to evoke these qualities, to evoke these textures in our experience. Once again, whether you're imagining those qualities or remembering those qualities or doing both, reinvigorating the sense of that soft strength, of that inner power, and allowing it to be present. Notice how the body wants to respond as the chest wants to expand, or the shoulders want to grow wider. What's happening to the face, to the belly, to the arms, to the head, to the spine, to the legs, to the feet. Allowing them to become this quality of strength, this quality of inner clarity, this quality of freedom, where we can trust ourselves. Now taking one last step, if it feels appropriate, see if you might even get a bit wider and sense the texture of grandeur or majesty in that empowerment or in that power. That in fact that power is not your power. It is something much greater than you are participating in. It's a piece of the majesty and power and soft strength and clarity of the divine, which is coursing through and in your system and body, your heart and mind and soul, themselves part of divinity. So you're really a vessel. You're a movement in this greater sense of empowerment, power and majesty of the universe. If that feels resonant, you might just touch that. You might expand to that for a moment. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope we all have opportunity to bring this sense of power and clarity and purpose to our Hannukah, to our celebration, to our work in the world, in whatever form that may take. I may you all have a happy Hannukah, Chag Urim Sameach, full of light, full of strength, and full of freedom.